The Amazon is not a forest. It is a planetary organ. 20% of the world's oxygen. 10% of all known species. A river that carries more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. It breathes. It creates weather. It stores 120 billion tons of carbon. And we are watching it fail. But what if it didn't just degrade? What if tomorrow, the entire Amazon disappeared? Not burned. Not logged. Just gone. What happens to the air? The first thing you'd notice is the silence. A single tree in the Amazon releases 1,000 liters of water into the atmosphere every day. Multiply that by 390 billion trees. The Amazon doesn't just hold water. It creates rain. The forest generates a flying river. A 3,000-kilometer wide atmospheric current. That river carries more water than the Amazon River itself. It irrigates the farmland of Brazil, Argentina's soy harvest, Paraguay's entire agricultural economy. When the forest vanishes, that river stops. Overnight. Sao Paulo, 22 million people. Its reservoirs begin dropping 1 meter per week. In 6 months, the taps run dry. But that's not the real danger. The Amazon stores 120 billion tons of carbon. That's more than a decade of global human emissions. Carbon locked in wood, in soil, in the bodies of 3 million species. When the forest disappears, none of it stays locked. The decay begins immediately. Roots that took centuries to grow, rotting. Releasing methane. 120 billion tons of greenhouse gas. Entering the atmosphere. In a single event. Global temperatures jump 0.3 degrees Celsius. In months. The Paris Agreement target of 1.5 degrees. Gone. But the carbon isn't the worst part. Most people think the Amazon is the lungs of the earth. They're wrong. The ocean produces most of our oxygen. But the Amazon does something the ocean cannot. It scrubs carbon dioxide out of the air at a rate nothing else on Earth can match. Without the Amazon, CO2 levels spike faster than at any point in human history. 420 parts per million. 440, 470, 500. The last time Earth had CO2 levels this high was 3 million years ago. Sea levels were 20 meters higher. There were forests in Antarctica. And the Amazon had barely begun to evolve. Now imagine that CO2 spike hitting a world of 8 billion people. With no Amazon to absorb it. There is no backup system. 1 in 4 modern medicines comes from rainforest plants. 70% of anti-cancer compounds. Vincristine, a childhood leukemia drug. It came from the rosy periwinkle, a rainforest flower. Curare, used as a muscle relaxant during surgery. Derived from Amazonian vines. Quinine, the first effective treatment for malaria. From the bark of the cinchona tree. We have studied less than 1% of Amazonian plant species for medicinal properties. The cure for the next pandemic. The treatment for Alzheimer's. The antibiotic that still works when everything else fails. It was almost certainly in a plant. That no longer exists. Some losses you feel immediately. 30 million species. Displaced in an instant. Jaguars moving south into populated areas. Anacondas swimming through flooded favelas. Harpy eagles, birds with 2-meter wingspans, circling cities they've never seen. But the most devastating displacement isn't the animals. There are 400 indigenous tribes in the Amazon. Some have never had contact with the outside world. The forest is their pharmacy, their supermarket, their god. Now it is a wasteland. 400 cultures, 300 languages, tens of thousands of years of knowledge. About plants that no longer grow. About animals that no longer exist. Erased. $5 billion in annual exports. Gone. The Brazil nut trade employs 60,000 people. The rubber industry. The acai berry harvest. The ecotourism sector. 40 million jobs tied directly to the Amazon's existence. When the forest vanishes, those jobs don't move. They disappear. And the global supply shock spreads fast. Chocolate prices triple. Coffee, the world's most traded commodity after oil, becomes a luxury. Pharmaceutical supply chains fracture. One ecosystem's collapse. Global economic chain reaction. Here's what most people don't understand. The Amazon was already approaching a tipping point. At 20 to 25% deforestation, the forest loses the ability to generate its own rainfall. We are at 17%. The forest begins to dry. Trees die. More carbon is released. More warming. More trees die. It is a feedback loop with no off switch. Without the Amazon, regional temperatures rise 4 degrees Celsius. The Cerrado savanna becomes a desert. The Atlantic Ocean's circulation shifts. Monsoons fail across India. Harvests collapse in West Africa. One forest dies. And the planet's climate system begins to unravel. Seed banks hold 6.5 million seed samples. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, buried in Arctic permafrost. Could we replant the Amazon? Technically, yes. The Amazon took 55 million years to evolve. It is not just trees. It is a web of relationships, fungi, insects, birds, mammals, microorganisms in the soil. You cannot plant relationships. You cannot seed 55 million years of co-evolution. You can grow trees. You cannot grow an Amazon. And the species we lost are lost forever. So the question is not whether we could rebuild it. The question is, what are we willing to lose?